Automatic number identification, known as ANI, is a caller's phone number. In Mitel CX, call routing settings handle specific calls using ANI conditions. To configure an ANI condition, left-click on the icon and drag to the Designer Workflow area. Right-click on the ANI header, select Add Condition. Click Add. Numbers can be entered several ways. X indicates 0 or more wildcard characters. The question mark indicates exactly one wildcard character. For multiple entries, separate each entry with a comma. To add a range of values, use a dash between the numbers. For example, 1000-1019 will add 20 entries. Bulk imports from a CSV file can be used to add a list of ANIs. Check the box to create different activities for each ANI. This allows different conditions to be applied to each ANI entry. Uncheck the box to apply one activity to each ANI entered. This creates a single ANI condition applied to all ANI entries. The activity is added beneath the branch so that it searches all ANIs within the branch. Let's look at a few use cases for ANIs. For example, you need to block a caller who is placing harassing calls to an agent. To block this caller, right-click and drag the Hang Up activity to the arrow beneath the branch of the ANI. This creates a setting that hangs up the call when the caller's number is recognized by the ANI condition. To add area codes to a condition, you can apply wildcards to the area codes. Right-click on the ANI, click Add Condition, click Add. Enter the area code, followed by question marks to meet the number of digits required. ANI conditions and activities for routing can be applied to other conditions, such as routing all calls from a specific area code to a contact center near a geographic location. Left-click on the transfer icon and drag it to the Workflow Designer. Right-click on the transfer header, click Destination. A variety of destinations are available. Click Queue. Select the appropriate queue. Click OK. The transfer activity is covered in depth in another video. The ANI condition applies to calls with this local area code, and they go to the appropriate call center. When there are several branches of conditions, it is important to know that the order of conditions is evaluated left to right. When a call comes in, the ANI is cross-referenced against the first condition, starting on the left side. If the condition applies, the call follows the specified activity. If the number does not match, the number is referenced against the second condition. If the ANI matches the condition, the call follows the defined activities. The ANI is referenced against each condition until it reaches no match, in which case the call will continue to be routed against the remainder of the workflow.